Welcome to your most favorite channel, Heartbeat.
Welcome to your
My
most
name is
favorite
Dr.
channel
Amrit
Heartbeat.
Kejriwal.
My name
As a
is Dr.
student,
Amrit
I
Kejriwal.
say most of the
As a
teaching
student,
will be
I say
digitalized.
most of the teaching
Hard copies
will be
of books will
digitalized.
become obsolete.
Hard
They
copies
will be
of books
replaced
will
by
become
soft
obsolete.
copies.
They will be
Lectures
replaced by
and
soft
lecture
copies.
halls will
Lectures
cease to
and lecture
exist.
halls
They
will
will be
cease
substituted by
to
videos
exist.
and online
They will be
classes.
substituted by
Practical
videos and
classes
online
will remain in
classes.
medical sciences.
Practical classes
We have
will
to
remain
prepare
in medical
ourselves
sciences.
for a
We have
revolution
to
in
prepare
learning
ourselves
and teaching
for a
methods in
revolution
all
in learning and
disciplines.
teaching methods in all disciplines.
Today we learn something about electrocardiography reporting. Channel's name is Heartbeat. My name is Dr. Amrit Kejriwal. Electrocardiogram. So when you get a ECG, check the name, age, sex. Make sure it is the same patient's ECG. Often sometimes ECGs are jumbled up. Check the date and time so we know how much hours before it was done the ECG, whether it's a recent ECG or old ECG. Time helps in chronology of cardiac events if the same patient has multiple ECGs. We should have a history of the patient, which should include current complaints or symptoms, medications that he is on presently, past history of cardiac disease and surgery, existing comorbidities, history of any pacemaker insertion. Now, if a patient comes with single ECG, check if an old ECG is available. Compare with old ECG, especially if abnormal. If an old ECG is not available, look for ECG changes that are not normal. An ECG that looks abnormal may be normal for that particular patient. That means there is no fresh changes from the previous ECG. And in symptomatic patients, an ECG may be normal. In patients who are having acute cardiac disease, an ECG may be normal. If you have multiple ECGs of the same patient, arrange the ECGs in sequential order, most recent at top. Note sequential changes with due course of time. ECGs fade with time, so it is always better to keep a record with you, and the easiest way nowadays is to keep it on mobile. So keep a photo of the latest ECG on mobile. You can also keep a photocopy. If you have pacemaker inserted, keep the details of pacemaker on mobile. If you have undergone bypass anytime, keep the details on mobile. And if you have undergone angioplasty, keep the details on mobile. Advantage of is that when any acute cardiac event occurs, you may be very far away from home and you're not able to get the record immediately. If it is on your mobile, you can track it very easily and show it to the treating doctor, and it will be beneficial both for the patient and the doctor. Approach. A systematic approach is required while reporting an ECG, and this prevents missing any diagnosis. So these are the various headings for which videos have been made previously: standardization, rate, rhythm, axis, P wave, periodic wave, T wave, PR interval, QT interval, and any other U wave. So this is the standardization. Confirm it's 10 millimeters. This is the 10 millimeter ECG standardization. This is the 5 millimeter standardization, and this is the 20 millimeter standardization. Look for overshooting and undershooting. Check the ECG paper and speed. If you have multiple ECGs of the same patient, arrange the ECGs in sequential order, most recent at top. Note sequential changes with due course of time. Rhythm. So see if it's regular or irregular. If irregular, see whether it's regularly irregular or irregularly irregular. So this ECG you can see it is regularly irregular. After every 4 large squares approximately you get the heartbeats. That is complex. Even if all of them are followed by P waves. You can see the gap between the RR interval It varies from beat to beat, and this is irregularly irregular. Now this is a regularly irregular where you get 2 beats followed by a gap, again 2 beats followed by a gap, 2 beats followed by a gap. So this is regularly irregular. Axis. Already in the video on axis I have shown 3 different ways how to calculate the axis. Whichever method is desirable can be used. It helps in diagnosis of existing disease. This diagram, all those people have seen my previous video on cardiac axis must remember. So you get the RAD, LAD, normal, extreme axis. So we can all see P wave, normal contour over here. Look for P pulmonale, look for P mitral, look for any other anomalies. Look at the QRS complex, look for the voltage, duration, narrow or broad QRS complex, abnormal Q waves. So this is the nomenclature of the QRS complex we discussed earlier. T wave, look for morphology of T waves, look for upright, inverted, camel hump, hyperacute, etc. Direction of the T wave should be opposite to the last wave of QRS complex. If it is not, then something is definitely wrong somewhere. Look for the PR interval, shortened or prolonged. So over here you can see the shortened PR interval, delta wave, and here is the prolonged PR interval. Look for the QTC interval, duration, prolonged or shortened. Others, U wave, right sided leads. Look for V7, V8, V9. Look for J point elevation and look for the ST7. So a final conclusion can be made only by seeing the standardization, rate, rhythm, axis, P wave, QRS interval, complex, P wave, PR interval, and QT interval, and any others which I have already mentioned.